Just got it. This is weird because I'm so used to touching things and making things work, but now I have to use a mouse.
Uh.
So it's weird for me. I'm like, what is this? Mouse. I got water. I'm always eating something or drinking something.
That's fine.
Okay.
You
Yeah.
ready?
That Game of Thrones. I mean, House of I'm gonna call it Game of Thrones.
House of the Dragon.
That Game of Thrones.
All right, welcome everyone to Uni and Monique review stuff. On today's episode, we're going to be continuing our review of the House of the Dragon, and we're going to be looking at episode number 5, right?
Yeah.
Number 5. And this episode is titled "We Light the Way." Now, I don't know if you're having this
Like the way. You remember that song? That was that was a long time ago.
I don't know if you're having this, I don't want to say trouble, but it's like I'm having trouble. I don't know. Okay. I think I'm just being jaded. But anyway,
Uh-huh.
in this episode, that's a summary. We actually meet the uncle's wife. Uncle wife. She's not, I don't know, I kind of liked her. Like
Rhea. Rhea. I liked Rhea.
I liked her. Like
I know her name.
I liked her because it's like she was not ladylike, and I like that. But anyway,
She
so we,
she's a strong woman who could have, because what's his name can't deal with, I think, a weak woman. So that would have been a perfect match, but he's an asshole.
because he has a goal in mind. His goal is
Yeah.
to marry his niece, so he needs to get rid of his current wife in order to do so. So that's what he ends up doing. He ends up causing her to fall off her horse. And then once she falls off the horse, she says like, "Oh, you can never finish anything." I was like, "Why are you taunting this man?"
Yeah, I would have just shut my mouth. I would have been fine. Hopefully somebody would have found me. And even though I was hurt and injured,
No, she would have been
uh,
paralyzed. Like, I don't know. In that time, day and age, would you want to just die or be paralyzed?
I mean, look at what happened to Bran.
But at least he could, yeah, because she would have just been in a chair or something. But remember, that's years later where they had probably better technology and healthcare. But anyway, so he kills her. He takes the rock and he
We
smashes
still
her.
don't have good health care now. So let's just
Well, better healthcare than
go ahead.
whatever time they're in now. And then we actually end up meeting the son of the black man. His name
Apparently, also in the book,
Theo.
they
Theo.
don't say that what's his name killed his wife. They just said that she fell off of a horse and was crushed by the
Oh, wait, we
horse.
forgot spoilers, people. So spoilers, spoilers,
Oh,
spoilers. Sorry. Continue.
woo! So in the book, it stated that she fell off her horse, and that's it. Didn't say that Uncle Dude killed her, but they made it like that in the in
And the
the
thing,
in
yeah,
the
because it's like because I was listening to my guys. Basically, she falls off the horse in the books or whatever. She's bedridden and stuff like that. She's able to talk or whatever, and then I guess one day she gets up from the bed and then she just dies. Um.
Hmm.
All right, so we then meet Theo Nate, who is the black guy's son, and he is has a lover. So the king is on his way to where they are and everything to kind of make the proposal to his parents about like, taking his daughter's hand in marriage, right?
Yes.
And they're on the boat, he's puking all over the place. And I felt bad for him because I'm like, imagine it's like it seems as if he was more
He's already
pampered.
sick.
Yeah, but
Yeah.
I know, but it's like he's seasick. I think that it's not only his disease that we found out through the internet that he's suffering from a form of leprosy. But he is seasick, and it just made me feel like he was a little bit more pampered than his brother, where like his brother actually went out, explored and everything, even his own daughter, like he's more pampered than all of them. But he
Yeah,
goes,
I don't think he's a dragon rider. I don't think he has a dragon to ride.
no, they all have a dragon though. That's
He
their
doesn't. I would have rolled my damn dragon. If I'm seasick, I would have rolled my dragon. but he can't.
But
He
he can't. How are
hasn't.
you supposed to hold on to the dragon? He has no hand.
He has two fingers.
So let me hit you. So
You
that
could do
motion did not.
this.
That motion did not look kosher. Um.
Okay.
All right,
Sorry.
so he goes, and they didn't receive him, right? They didn't receive him. The daughter actually received him. This is where I have a big problem.
What?
The black guy kids look way older than Renee's and Allison's when they were actually younger than them. That's a problem I have. Because remember, the princess and her friend were teenagers, and the little girl was a little girl, and now she
I
looks
mean,
old.
we look kind of young.
No, no.
I mean, we don't
When
look
they now fast,
38
no, when they now fast forward, they look mad old.
from this eyebrow.
But I said, but they look mad old. No,
I think they look their age.
no, they don't. They
They
look
look like
mad
she
old.
looks like she's like 16, 17 years old, I think. And
Um,
then the other
they
one,
look older than the princess. That's all I'm saying.
well, we know she's not going to be on the show any much longer, so
So
Lily's gone,
so
right? She's leaving.
and it was so bad. So when they meet and everything, and they're going back and forth with the compromising, like say, oh, would we do tradition where the kids take the name of the father? And he was like, okay, this is when the king and the black guy and the
Yeah.
queen that would never was meet, and they're kind of organizing or negotiating the terms of if they're going to get the kids are going to get married to one another. And he was like, if yes, they could have the last name of the father, but once they take the throne, they will revert back to my name.
Targaryen.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So then we fast forward to Rhaenyra and the boy on the beach and everything, and he doesn't want to marry her. She was like, look, you don't like this fruit, I don't like that fruit, whatever. But you know what? This is a political marriage. Being that it's a political marriage, you could do whatever you want. As long as we fulfill our duties, you could do whatever you want.
We
I'll
have
do whatever
children.
I want. We good?
We get married. We have a kid or two, and you could do whatever you want with it. I think the queen who never was actually, I think she's happy because I think one, there will be a female queen on the throne.
Mm-hmm.
I think she's also representative of women's rights in a sense, like somebody's being there. Now we're gonna, because I don't think she had a problem with it. The
She
husband
does
still
have
has a problem with
no.
it because
Why you think the husband has a problem?
he still thinks that she should have been queen. You
Yeah,
should.
no, but he's like, this is the way that we get there. But I feel like she has a problem with it because not because it's going to be a woman, is because the danger that it's going to put her son in.
Of
And
course.
the fact that her son doesn't like women is like it's almost like she wants her
The
son to be
father's in
happy.
denial. The father's in denial.
Like, but she wants her son to be happy. So like say she wants him to be able to live his truth or whatever, but the father, like you said, is in denial about it. And that's where we meet his,
They seem like the modern family. They seem
yeah,
like a real
right.
family. I
Yeah,
like that.
yeah,
I like that family.
yeah.
If they did like a sitcom on just them, I'd be like, oh, I love this.
Because
This
they
is
really,
cute.
although it was arranged marriage, more than likely, they seem like they really work together
He's
well.
like, yeah, he's gonna like her
I
and
like
all this
you.
other stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah, this is gonna be cute. I love it. And she's like, our son
Doesn't like
is,
women.
yeah. And he's like, it's nothing. And it was just like, and you could see that he really adores his wife. And I
No,
like
you could see
these
that.
men because the last Game of Thrones. Okay, so we got
Yeah,
we
wait.
got
I
that.
want to talk about the lover. So he's the lover, and when I saw him, I was like, he's cute. I don't know if like I have a thing for redheads, but I thought he was cute, and I was like, the fact that he's gonna be dead, like that. That's what I was like. The fact that he is cute, they're gonna kill this man off.
I didn't like him. I didn't. And
Why?
I also
Please
definitely didn't
tell.
like him during the next couple of scenes. And I was kind
we,
of
we, we
like,
could talk about that because
I got like
I
10
just thought
minutes.
he was on. I thought he was cute. Okay, so
Mm-mm, mm-mm.
so
You on you
I
on
don't
the
know.
TT.
I think I have to think for redheads. So now Christian wants to run away. So they're on the boat heading back. And
I
Renara,
feel
she's
bad
so
for him.
happy. Like she's so happy. She's like, oh, she just feel happy because she gets to do what she wants to do. Like she will get to be queen, have her kids, and then still be with Christian. But he's like, let's run away. That's what I thought about you when you were like, oh, I'm so sorry for his heart. His heart is gonna get broken.
I felt bad for him because one, he's back in the days where like your word is your word, your oath is your oath. And he's not supposed to be sleeping with anybody. He's not supposed to be doing this, especially with the princess. And he did. His heart was given to her. His oath, he took his oath and he held so dearly and was just like, I'm gonna throw it away for this woman. And then she's like, no, I just, I just want to have fun with you and stuff like that. And he's like, am I supposed to be a
I
whore?
love that part where he said that. I was like, oh my God.
And I
You want
felt
me to be
bad for him.
a
I was like,
whore?
no, me, a whore. And it's
And I'm
like,
like, yeah, she wants you to be her whore. What
well, I
else does
mean,
she
it
want you to
happened to
be?
women all the time. So now you're the whore. But I felt bad for him. And I think this was like really killing him. And he really did love her. He thought
Right?
that,
But Uni, he really thought that this girl that has been pampered all her life was really going to run away with him and live a rugged life.
yes, and infamy. I think she said infamy. I think she said, like, nobody's gonna like me and people are gonna hate me and all this other stuff. And in a sense, she might have. If she was an heir or something, she probably would have picked him or something
I
like
don't know,
that.
she
I
just
don't
seems
know.
she just seems ambitious, like a person that's out to prove a point. I don't really see her character as someone that's choosing love over her ambition.
Yeah, and she still wants her uncle.
Yeah, no, I don't think she wants him. I think it's more like spiteful. Like when someone kind of dump you and you're like, how dare you dump me type of thing. And it's like that hatred and resentment that you say things that you don't really want or mean, but you say to kind of hurt the person.
But she wants that bad boy. That's like not every girl. Because I don't want a bad boy. I got good. Because bad boy is just too much and too toxic. She wants that bad boy. You could tell her. She's a dragon rider. She wants a bad boy.
Yeah,
She
and
wants you.
I felt like I don't know, like for her, I felt that it was a perfect match because, like I said, the guy that she matched up with has no desire or want or need for her, and he doesn't seem like he have any desire or need or want to rule. So at least like his power of his family will help, and then you have your lover on the side. What's so wrong with that? But
What are you trying to say, Monique?
side time.
What you trying to say? Okay.
All right, so then we go to where you see like now the king has his whole arm is like is his whole arm is green.
Somebody
Yeah,
has a
don't say
meeting.
what it is.
I'm not gonna say what it is. I don't know why I have your calendar on my phone.
Well, his whole arm is like just disgusting. So we know he's getting sicker and sicker. And then we have the banquet, girl. Where's the
Oh
wedding
wait, we
banquet?
forgot the whole Allison thing.
Oh, wait,
Allison.
girl, I told you she was up to no good. Like Alice
Now she's
had
up to no
no,
good.
no.
She
I
gave up
told
her
you from the
father and she
beginning.
loved no, because that
No,
dude, that Allison is also about oath and words
she and
and
Christian are the
truth.
same. Yeah,
And what happened was, you know, the princess, she didn't lie, but she said she was still virtuous, but she wasn't. She slept with this dude. The princess could have just told Allison the truth and was like, you know what? I didn't sleep with my uncle, but I did have, relations with this dude. And I don't
why
think
would you
Alice,
tell her she's not my friend?
they were friends.
They're no longer friends. Why would I tell
And
the
Allison
enemy?
still wishes that they were friends.
But to the
And
princess, they're not friends. So why would I tell
Allison
her?
was, yeah, but see, for Allison, that was her thing. Her word is her word. And she didn't, she lied to her. She lied. So, and then she lost her father because of this and everything else. And so here's this guy moping
What did the
around.
father tell her though? The father told her that, and I think that's what kind of made it click with her. He told her, you're choosing someone over. It's time for you to open up your eyes and see what is happening. Because at the end of the day, one or two things you're going to have to do. Either you're going to have to prepare your sons to rule, or you're going to have to hope that your friendship with her is so strong enough, because in order for her
She won't
to
kill you
solidify the throne, she's going to have to kill your sons.
because people are going to fight that her sons rule. And that's the whole thing. And I do feel bad. I honestly don't think she was used. She was used as a pawn through all of this, but then the final scene when she walked down, she stood in her power and she was like, I'm not
No, no, no,
playing
no,
this
no, no, no.
anymore.
Go back, because you were going back to when
Oh, so the
she
Mr. Creepy guy was hanging around the creepy tree. I don't know.
yeah, his name, you know what? His Lair Strong. He's one of the strong. So he's the Lord Strong, who was a master of laws, who got promoted to the king's hand. He's his son, and that's another thing I have a problem with the casting. Like, his sons look like they're his brothers, but those are his sons. They look
Oh
mad.
yeah, no.
Go on.
They have a lot of, stress. Stress makes you look old. So Mr. Creepy Guy. Well, I heard that they made the moon tea for the princess. I'm putting plots in your head. Like, this is what this dude
I
did.
think
And then she was
it's
like,
like a special tea. You know anything
what?
about this special
She
tea?
told me she didn't sleep with anybody. And then, and I was, because that's what oh, I, why are you making tea for her? Why are you making tea? So they spilt tea and they made her tea. We just spilt the tea. So what happened then?
Yeah, no,
She
so
calls she calls for the Mr. Night dude, right? The night
Christian,
guy.
yeah.
And he's like all in his head. He's in his head and his heart, and you could see him. And he's just like, oh,
Junie, I was
right.
screaming at him. I was like,
I don't know. You texted me last night, and I was
your
looking at it for a
mouth
second. I was like, "What is she talking
up.
about?
I said,
Why did
you
she
need to shut the
who?"
F up.
I was like, who's she talking? I was like, oh, she's watching it. Um, so Allison's like, so, we heard these rumors about her uncle and her, and you're there and all this other stuff, and I know you're loyal to her. And he was like, I did it. I slept with
Stupid.
her. It was me. But it was her.
Stupid.
She advanced
No,
on me,
no,
but
no.
I did it. I'm sorry. I did it. And if anything, I don't want to be tortured. Just kill me now because I'm in my head and in my heart. And I'm done. I'm done with this.
Uni,
What?
he's stupid. This is why you learn. Let people talk. Just let people talk. Because she didn't know it was you. She was gonna talk. She didn't say the name, but it had nothing to do with you. If you let the woman talk, she would have said more of the story, and you will see that, oh, this is not me, because I didn't go to a whorehouse with her or whatever. And you basically, because he has so much guilt, he just
Mm.
he just convicted himself. And that's when I was like, Allison has now entered the game.
She entered the game because before she honestly was just like, I'm in the corner. I might say something. I might do something. And she's still very naive. She was very naive. And even her friend was in the game. Even
I
though
was always in the game.
she was
Yeah.
in the game. And here's Allison. And that's why I feel. And then now she's like, oh, everybody's fucking lying to me. And she was like, I'm done. I got babies. I got my father's out of this place. I'm by myself. I thought I could trust this lady. She was my friend at one point in time. I didn't mean to hurt her. I didn't mean to do any of this. And then she wants to swear on her mother's memory.
No, but she said she spent her money and she did not sleep with Damon.
Of course, but that still bothered her. Because then she's like, oh shit, you lied.
No, I think
I
what
was
bothered
saying,
her even more is that the king also lied to her. because remember they seemed like they were on the same page. We could go a little over. Was on
Yeah,
the same page and all kind of stuff, but he also lied to her, did not tell her what he was doing. And I think that hit her hard because I think she thought that they both were an actual team. Her and him were building this team, and he really believed her and like whatever. But now everybody, like you said, everybody lying.
everybody
It
lied to
all
her, and she was the
started
only
with
naive
the
thing. Like,
man with the club foot. That club foot man was the one that
whoa,
stirred the pot.
I'm sneaky. He's like this. Ooh, a crystal ball. That's what he was doing. He was creepy. I'm like, why are you here? This
You
is
know what?
my
I don't
tree.
know. Like, so if I was like in that time, I think I would want to be that, where I'm not. I will seek power through not stories, but like information. I think I would be that person, like wanting to know
That's
everything.
conniving.
I
He
don't
was
have that personality, but I
what
think
I
that that's a
mean.
better position to be in. But anyway, so then the
Okay.
banquet comes, right? This is when the banquet comes
Yes.
where it's like it's like a pre-engagement, right? Like when you're getting married, right? You have like a what do they call that type of thing?
I don't know. The dinner, I don't know.
Yeah, let's
I
call it
don't
the dinner. Let's
remember.
call it the dinner before the wedding, right? And everyone's there and everything, and the queen isn't there, and everyone's asking, oh, where is she? Oh, she's getting ready, she's getting ready. And the whole time my redhead was trying to figure out, because remember because he was smart, he was like, no, the reason
He knows.
why she is okay with you doing whatever you, because she has someone that she wants to do whatever she wants to
He's
do with.
nosy.
And he
I
was
can
like
understand
looking,
that.
and he was like, I know who it is. It's that knight over there that she wants to fool around with or whatever. But in the meantime, they were waiting for the queen to come, right? Not waiting, but
But then the uncle showed up.
he showed, yeah, he was like, I belong here. Like, how dare you not let me know or expect that I was gonna show up? And we heard that his wife died. This is what we heard, like his wife died and everything. And I feel like the king needs to fire people, because his people don't know what's going on, but everyone else knows what's going on. He need to fire some people.
I do like his right hand, the new right hand
No,
dude.
he's but the other one, nothing was wrong with the other one. Only thing that
I
was
don't
wrong with
like
the other
Otto.
one was that
He was
he put
been
his daughter in that position. But if you
I
really
didn't
listen, he makes sense.
I didn't like the whole I didn't like him because he did that. And after that I was like, "Oh, you are a rat. You're a rat. I don't like you." This new right hand guy, I don't
He's more
know.
sense right now. He's like sensible. Like he's
He
not trying
makes
to
sense.
advance his family or whatever. It's like he actually wants to do right by the kingdom, right? The man of yeah. So anyway, so then the queen now walks in, and she walks in her lovely green
Greed.
gown. But she walks in while the king was making his announcements or whatever. And it's just everything stopped, everyone looked. And I loved it because my favorite color is green. And I was like, oh, we all know what this green symbolize. And as she's walking, the man who's creeping in the corner says to his brother, that green for her people symbolize a beacon. It's like a call out beacon, like for
Oh,
war or something like that.
yeah.
And I love how she goes, but she has to learn the game. When she goes up, she says hi to her husband, and she looks to Rhaenyra, and she's like, oh, I
Stepdaughter.
oh, something lovely. I wish you all nothing but the best. And I'm like, you need to
She
do it
didn't
a
mean
little
that
bit.
shit. She was
No,
like,
but I
"You
mean,
a
I felt like
lying bitch." That's what she said.
basically
She's
that's what
like,
she
"You're
said.
lying.
And she just look
Fuck
at them all
you."
like, all of you here are my enemies. Like I know all of you. I'm in the den of enemies.
Yes. No, but she looked gorgeous, and she turned the whole room saw her as this power. She was powerful. She stopped the king from talking. She walked through, and she just came in, and she accepted her role now. I'm going to be the queen now. I'm so tired of your
Of being
bullshit. And I'm
Miss
trying to
Nice to
step
nice.
back because every time she was like, "Why would I take power away from the sister of my son? She's going the king already said she's the heir, and that's it, and I'm fine with that. I'm okay with that. She told her dad that. I'm okay with her being queen. Why do you keep pushing my son to be the king? I don't need him to be king. I'm okay. But now she realizes maybe she's not okay. And maybe she does need her son to be
The
king.
king in order to protect herself and protect
So
her
that's what,
children. But
yes.
the thing about it is that now, like say you see the uncle and the cousin, the woman cousin, forgot her name, of the black guy's daughter are kind of eyeing each other back and forth.
That's because gonna
Now
be fool around time.
the
That's
the
not
the
anything. That's
the
bullshit.
dance the dance starts, and then this is when Mr. Redhead goes over to Christian and kind of says it, and I'm like, this is where people need to learn how to keep their mouth shut.
That's what I was saying. I was like, why he has to
To me,
keep
like,
pushing
know
and
the
pushing and
knowledge.
pushing buttons. Just
It's good to
stop.
Yeah, it's good to know, be in the know, but feel out people before you start like.
He's like, hey, I'm the whore too, and you're the whore, and we're gonna be whore friends together. Like, why? Why? What was that all about? Shut your mouth. Who's proud of that?
What Christian is getting angrier and angrier. You don't want to be no one's whore. And then all of a sudden a fight breaks out. And I was like to my friend, I was like, wait,
Oh, but they're all dancing,
they're all
and then we forgot
dancing.
the uncle and the princess were talking to each other, and she's like speaking old Valyrian or whatever, or no, Targaryen. I don't know the old language, and she's like, just fight my father's Kingsguard and then just take me, because then if he kidnaps her and marries her, there's nothing she could do about it. There's nothing. Now they're married, and he's like, just do that, and then the fight breaks out. But the father is like, what the hell is going
Because it couldn't look
on?
like they
What?
were gonna kiss or whatever, right? Because how their heads were coming together, and then the
But
crowd.
he grabbed her face all sensually, just like in Good Girls with what's his name and Beth, the bad
Elizabeth,
guy, and yeah, they have that chemistry. I don't know how this new girl is gonna have chemistry with this new with the
this
uncle.
guy. We have to see about that. But anyway, the fight this breaks out. I'm like, why are we fighting? What's going
Who's
on?
fighting? Who's fighting?
Christian and the redhead. And this is where I was like, something doesn't make sense to me, because the black guy's son, his name is Nate, or whatever his name is. The black guy's son, he was in war. So it's like the knight just punched him and he's like, "Ah," on the floor. I'm like, you were fighting in a war. You're supposed to fight better
But
than
he was
that.
kind of just riding a dragon.
Yeah, I guess.
I mean, that's like me in a car and I'm throwing things at people. Like,
That's
wow, I was really fighting.
so he
He's
probably
on
had
a
the strategic knowledge
like
of
he's just like
war,
if he was on a dragon.
but not the actual bronze or the thing. Okay, I get that. I get that.
But
And
that redhead
the
guy's
man
face was crushed in. They showed when they showed it, I was like, damn, there's a hole in his
he
face.
punched the man to death. And I was like, where were the other guards to take him off?
But they don't know what the situation was. Was he trying to do something to the
The
princess? Da, da,
queen,
da,
yeah,
da.
whatever,
So
yeah.
then,
Because
so what are they
he is
supposed
her
to do?
protector, right?
Yeah, because I was
And
thinking the
then
same thing.
and at this time, the guy that you like, the new king hand, he signals his son to get the princess out, because like
I like him.
he's cute now. He wasn't cute before, but he's cute now.
Who?
The son that took her, like, lift her up and took her
Oh.
out of the situation. You're like, I didn't even notice him. But yeah. So he takes him out, the princess out, because he's like protecting or whatever. And then you see the king ends up rushing the wedding. So once they clear everyone out, whatever, the Russian wedding, and the poor guy, he's crying because his lover just died. Like, he's literally crying, and they're forcing him to still go through this and not grieve his thing.
Oh,
But
now he doesn't have a whore.
and
I don't know.
before this, a show where Kristen was about to kill himself, right? Or he's about to off himself. And Allison, that's why I was like, she has entered the game, comes in,
She's gonna use that
stops
night.
him. And I'm like, where's she hiding him? What is the plan she has for him? Because there
Oh,
is a plan.
in the Game of Thrones. I mean,
And then they go back to the wedding, and as soon as they're married, the black guy's son and Rhaenyra are married, the king collapsed. And I thought that was the end of it, right? That was the end, like the king
that
just
was the end of
collapsed.
it. But then you just see the rat drinking the blood. But see, that was in also another movie. I forgot what it was called, but it was in Boston. And at the end, you
Uh-huh.
see a rat walking by, and it had like Leo DiCaprio and all these other things. It was about these cops that were like bad guys, but they were like rats. Rats signified a whole bunch of things. So I think they're like, there's a rat amongst them, or there's something bad's gonna happen. It's like a bad omen coming along. Because I think now the king's dead.
And not that, but like the rats in the sense of they have eyes, because like say even with the uncle's wife, she knew what he was talking about, because remember she was like, oh, go sleep with one of the sheeps or whatever, and he was talking about how her people or the men there, they don't sleep with the women because the women are so ugly or something like that, they sleep with the sheeps. So they're rats within that hold.
Whole
And
thing.
it's
Well, for that Mr. To know that the tea was made, and then not only that, what was it? The rat, the king. Yeah, there's so many people that are there's so many
I
people.
don't.
Oh, the uncle's wife's cousin
Oh
knows he
yeah,
has something to do with it. So you
because remember
know
she
they
had
want
he
him.
had seen her right before that happened.
Hmm.
So who knows if he saw him leaving the scene?
And they know that she's a really good rider. She's really good with horses. She's an avid hunter and everything. And out of nowhere, now she's gonna get crushed by her horse. She's
Yeah.
known to ride by herself and do things by herself. She's a strong-willed woman and everything else. And then out of nowhere, she magically. And then he also said, "Oh, I'm supposed to. We didn't have any children, so I'm gonna inherit everything she has, right?"
And I'll take it up to whatever to make sure that I get all her inheritance.
Like runestone or
Yeah, something
whatever.
like that. Yeah. I don't know. It was like what did you think about the episode overall though?
I think it was. I mean, it's a wedding. It's a wedding, so we knew that something bad was going to happen. If the
And
weddings
weddings never go well.
in the Game of Thrones, it never goes well. We seen it. We seen the wedding. That was a horrible wedding. And then they kept switching back and forth real fast to the night and to her dancing and having a good time, and then the king and everything else, and you saw it was like a whirlwind, and you're like, who's going to punch, who's going to start this, what's going to happen? And then that's why when you heard the scream, you didn't know who was in it,
No,
who
no,
was
no,
going to
no.
fight, and then
But
you found out.
what I liked is that Allison has entered the game.
I don't want her to.
No, she has, because I feel like in order to survive in this world, you have to be able to play the game and play it well. And it shows that like people, I don't know if it made it, I felt like the whole episode was irking me, because it was like I don't know if it's because I'm jaded, but it was like these people that are so pure and everything, I'm like, don't, like, you can't be this naive in this world. Even like Christian, I'm like, you came up as a from nothing to a knight. On your journey, didn't you see how things are? Yes, you took this oath, but do you see that by taking things too seriously doesn't work out well? You have to open up your eyes. So it's like, I like that him and her, Allison, are together in a sense of they're going to probably help one another out, because they were the most naive ones within. And I like how it shows that there is no good person here at all. No one is good. Everyone is plotting. Everyone has their own thing that they want to see come forth or whatever. But I don't know, it was just irritating me, just because I was screaming like, don't tell people your business, wait until people finish their
I felt
sentence.
bad for him. I wish he just should have shut up
Shut
and not
up.
said anything.
Shut up.
But I think he was
Go
just
find
trying
a
to be
friend to talk to. But
I think
she's
he was
not
trying
the
to be
person.
honorable. You can't tell anybody anything there.
But that's what I'm saying. I don't
You can't
understand,
tell
like
anybody
him
anything.
going through the whole thing. Didn't he learn that somewhere along the way? And now it's like, like they said, like, you're once you go through a relationship and it ends bad, then you kind of have a slash where now a slash of you're jaded. Now
Jaded.
is now it's like, okay, I'm interested to see like where he's hidden, how he's gonna play in this. And like you said, the next one is going to have them as adults.
A
Adults,
little
adults.
older. Yeah.
Yeah.
But I think the only one that's changing is the
No, it's
princess
two. And her friend.
and Allison.
Yeah, she's
Allison looks like she could be older if they put some makeup on her.
yeah, but
They could
but
put some makeup on her.
they're changing her also.
Oh, I like them
Yeah.
both. I really do. I do like them. I don't know how the dynamics going to be, but obviously we have, I mean, it's been filmed unless they CGI her and make her back into. But yeah, I think I mean, I think Game of Thrones or the House of Dragons started off real slow. Now it's getting beefy, but I think they had to set up all
No,
the
not to set
characters.
up the characters. Yeah. I'm just hoping that this next one doesn't bore me. Like this one, I didn't find boring. Like I said, it just frustrated me because everyone was just acting like a fool. But we'll
I
see
don't
what.
think any of them bored me because that's how stories are supposed to be. In the beginning is like it's everybody's character and you're like,
Has to develop. Yeah.
yeah.
All right. Well, we hope that you join us for another episode of Uni and Monique Watch Stuff. We hope you also like this. Please make sure you like, comment, thumbs up this video, and share it with other people. And join us next week when we review episode 6 of the House of the Dragon. And if there's anything that we missed, put it down in the comments. And as Uni said before, we're not meant to be expert on this. We're just, having you join the circle of us just chatting.
Yeah. Just regular normal people talking about black guy and dragon dude. So that's about it.
All right, bye everyone.
Bye bye.